poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. Everybody get the bleep in here, because we got to get into some things, all right? So it's a lot going on, and today's topic is who is obsessed with who, all right? So Queen of the Drill is up for grabs. Now, we know that this is going to be a drill summer, okay? So we got Nicki Minaj and Fabio Foreign. We go up. We got the City Girls and Fabio record. Then we got Cardi B on a record, on a drill record. And, of course, Asian Doll is one of the first girls that we've heard on drill. Dream Doll, some other girls. But I'm not familiar with Katie bands. Katie got bands, but apparently she is one of the first female rappers on drill, and she is from Chicago. Drill is a Chicago gangsta hood type of music. New York has adopted the culture, and now, you know, it's probably going to be, you know, flowing through hip hop. You know, I personally feel like, you know, the trap era is gone. Now we're into the drill era, and everybody is trying to get in on it. Everybody wants to claim their stake. Everybody wants to claim their piece of the pie, especially since that weekend it appeared to be a drill weekend. You had Nicki in New York, you had the City Girls in New York, you had Cardi B in New York. So all the girls is talking drill now, you know, and Asian Doll, she's been one of those girls that's really been talking drill. She says she's the queen of drill. We know that Asian Doll is a huge fan of Nicki Minaj. However, this Katie Got Bands was throwing Asian Doll shade. I don't really know the history between them. Like I said, I don't even know Katie Got Bands. I don't know her at all. But what I do know is Cardi B recently posted Katie bands and shouted her out. Okay, she shouted her out and she said, "This is the first B that I know to ever do drill." Okay, and Katie Bands, you know, it was Katie Bands. Katie Bands has been a huge Cardi B fan. She loves Cardi B. She was tweeting her. Cardi B follows her on Twitter, Instagram. They tweet back and forth. So she really supports Katie Bands. Katie Bands supports Cardi B. And Cardi B gave her a massive shout out for her music. So then here we are, fast forward a few days later, Katie Bands pops up with an, "Oh my God, I just got a message from the Queen." And the Queen being Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj apparently DM'd Katie Got Bands saying that she had no idea that she DM'd her saying, "Wow, I never known you were messaging me since 2017. If I didn't just try to DM you, mama, that's effing crazy. Sending my love. I'ma listen to the tape you sent me." She sent that to Katie Got Bands. Now that sounds similar to the message that she sent Bia. But anyway, to me, I think it's very, very interesting that now Nicki Minaj is in this Katie Got Bands DM. And there's two variables here. I'm going to talk about the obsessed portion of this. And then I also want to talk about what that looks like for Asian Doll and Katie Got Bands and Nicki Minaj. Because also I'm hearing and I'm seeing on social media that Asian Doll has unfollowed Nicki Minaj. So, you know what? Actually, let's start there first. Let's start with the fact that Asian Doll, she has been blowing Nicki Minaj for years at this point. Nicki Minaj completely ignores her, completely goes around her. And now for Nicki Minaj to go and pick up the woman and acknowledge the woman that has been directly dissing Asian Doll. I mean, they've been dissing each other back and forth on social media all day. I mean, I'm not going to go into the logistics of what they've been saying because I really don't care. I mean, they just been going back and forth on who's the queen of the drill. You know what I mean? Is it Asian Doll? Is it Katie? They just going back and forth. But I think what's more important is Nicki Minaj, you seen this and you went to go DM her. And you know Asian Doll really fuck with you. You know Asian Doll is a super Nicki Minaj fan. You know Asian Doll been riding and saying she getting the Nicki feature and this, that, and the third. She's always talking like it's her and Nicki, it's her and Nicki, it's her and Nicki. And then here she is, she gagged. You know, Nicki was being petty. I don't know what the tea is. I don't know why Nicki Minaj does not feel Asian Doll or why she keeps snubbing Asian Doll. But Nicki Minaj is definitely overlooking Asian Doll. And I think Asian Doll has got to the point where she's fed up. You know, she fired off a series of tweets basically saying that, you know, these hoes is all fake. Being loyal to people gets you nowhere. She's just very frustrated and she's feeling lonely. And let me tell you something, Asian Doll, she is in a boat all by herself because, I mean, she's very much so a social media Twitter person. She does speak her mind, but Asian Doll, unfortunately, it's just not happening in the way that she wants to happen. And she's just not getting that attention from Nicki Minaj that she wants. Now, I think that is extremely petty for Nicki Minaj to go and pull this Katie Got Bands up. But we'll talk about that in a second. Now, but what I think is interesting now is Asian Doll has finally got it together and she realizes that she's not going to get whatever she's expected to get from Nicki Minaj. So she went and finally unfollowed Nicki Minaj, as she should have. It's over. You're not getting anything. And at this point, if I'm Asian Doll, I don't even want to be fooling with Nicki. Screw her. I'm not, because it's too weird. It's too calculated and it's so random. Like you pulling all these other hoes up around and it's like, well, I've been riding for you. I've been supporting you. But apparently Nicki Minaj doesn't feel her. So, you know, Asian Doll needs to read between the lines and catch the signs. It's not happening for you, baby. It's over. Now, as far as, Nicki Minaj and Katie Got Bands, I want to talk about the obsession. First of all, let me just say this. In all honesty, it does not matter that Nicki Minaj DM'd Katie Got Bands. It does not matter that Cardi B shouted her out first. I think that it's great that both women did it because Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, nor the City Girls were the first girls on drill. However, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, especially Nicki Minaj, they get those girls that have more mainstream success. They typically get the credit, and the girls that's actually really doing the work and really started it from the ground up, they usually get bypassed because they're not as pretty or they're not as popular or they don't have as many records sold. So I think that it's a great thing that these girls, these women, are shining a light on girls that did it before them, because a lot of people will try to say, oh, well, Nicki Minaj is turning the girls on the drill, and that's not true, you know, or a lot of people say, well, Cardi B put the girls onto drill, and that's not true. So I think that it was phenomenal that they both acknowledged Katie, but the problem that I'm having is, you know, when we talk about obsession, Nicki, first of all, well, here's the thing. The only problem that I have is that if Nicki Minaj would have shouted out that girl Katie Got Bands first, and then the public would have found out that Cardi B slid in her DMs to message her, you guys would be dragging it. Everybody would be dragging it, talking about how Cardi B is obsessed with Nicki Minaj, how she's stalking Nicki Minaj, how she's trying to follow everything that Nicki Minaj does. And honestly, that's not the truth. So let's be very clear. Nicki Minaj is following Cardi B. She's trying to keep up. She's taunting that woman, and you're riding her coattails. It's very clear on Twitter that Katie Got Bands and Cardi B are very close and they have a rapport and a relationship. Cardi B just shouted that woman out. And Nicki, you're going to go in your DM and act like you ain't seen that woman sending you messages since 2017. It's like, that's BS. You know what's in your DM. You know what's in your DM. I don't care what's going on. Nicki Minaj, you see what's in your DM. And if anything, you want to go check to see if she messaged you at some point, because you feel like all these female rappers send you a message or a DM at some point, and you decided to send her a message back. And I just think that it's very unfair, and I think it's very unfortunate that anytime that Cardi B does something, people try to dilute it and say that she is copying Nicki Minaj. However, Nicki Minaj can do something and it seems like it's all okay. That's not cool. Cardi B literally is out here trend setting, putting girls on, putting girls in position to win, this girl wouldn't even be, first of all, we wouldn't even be talking about this girl if have Cardi B not even promoted her, because Nicki Minaj would not have even mentioned her. Be very clear. So I think when we get into this conversation of who's obsessed with who, it's very clear of who's really, really, really obsessed. Okay, Nicki Minaj still cannot take Cardi B. She's still busting shots. She's still throwing subs, and she's still antagonizing this woman. And Cardi B is not doing anything. And I dare someone to get out here and try to say that they wouldn't have smoke for Cardi B if Cardi B went out and DM'd this woman after Nicki Minaj shouted her out. BS. I call BS on every last one of you guys that will sit up here and say that it wouldn't be a problem. It would definitely be a problem. And I just think that it needs to be fair all the way around. Now, like I said, shout out to Katie Got Bands. This is a great moment for her. I don't want to take anything away from that woman. I think that she deserves the credit. But let's be very clear. You guys wouldn't care about no Katie Got Bands if Cardi B messaged her after Nicki. But because Nicki did it, it's all good. No one is talking about it. No, that's BS. It's BS. So when we get into this obsession and we get into pressed, if one girl is pressed, so is the other. They're both watching each other at this point. If they're both, and at the end of the day, Cardi B is Nicki Minaj's direct competition, period. And she knows it. There's nobody else that's direct competition with Nicki Minaj but Cardi B. Cardi B outsells Nicki Minaj. She's beautiful. She can keep up. She performs well. She makes great records. She is Nicki Minaj's competition, and Nicki Minaj is watching her, and Nicki Minaj does not like that she has competition, period. And so at the end of the day, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, I salute them both for shouting out this girl, but be very clear, Nicki, I feel like it's very fake and very calculated and very phony. And I also think that it's trash that you keep overlooking Asian Doll instead of just telling her, girl, I don't fool with you. Just keep it a bean. And but see, this is why it's important too for these girls like Asian Doll and these Erica Banks and Young Baby Tay. Don't keep dick riding Nicki and feel like you got to shade Cardi B because Nicki Minaj will do a number on you. And then you left looking stupid, and then you burnt the bridge with Cardi B. All right? So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments of who's obsessed with who. Because it's very evident and very clear who's really obsessed. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until next time, I want you to keep that same energy. Like the video, share the video, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.